I just want to make a couple of comments. Number one, the level of the ambition that the Chinese have shown in engagement with Africa, whether one can look at it as charity or a strategic calculation from China, is very important because post-colonial Africa has not brought what Africans expected. But here is an opportunity over the last 10 years, large-scale infrastructure project that needs to move Africa and majority of Africans, particularly those in the rural areas, in terms of energy, transport, that is what is required for the Africa to transform. That's number one, ambition, the scale of ambition. Number two, we've got to be clear with ourselves that 10 years is a very short period of time in the long arc of what development should be. Number three, the idea shouldn't always be Africa against China, Africa against Europe. African elite, ourselves, particularly on this panel, should be very, very clear. It's not always a question of others trying to take advantage of ours, but what is the Africa's priority? What are some of these priorities? Have they been articulated very well? You know, the transnational railways, the transnational oil refineries that needs to be constructed. So Africa needs to come out and say that these are our priorities, these are the terms of engagement, this is what we need. Short of that, nobody is out there who's going to take care of Africans that will take care of African issues than African themselves. So I think the challenge really for me is for Africans to be very, very clear who can serve some of their interests and why they choose certain paths and not others. What China and BRI has shown is that it is articulated Africa not as a problem to be solved, but opportunity to be engaged with. And Africans should therefore then take this as an opportunity and run with it because there are so many people who are interested in Africa, whether their interests are for their own interest or not. While important, it should not supersede the interest of Africa or regarding on what it wants.